Warning, this podcast contains themes of extreme violence and murder. Subject matter may be offensive to some listeners. Discretion advised.
Welcome to another episode of Evil Transgression, your homicide headquarters here in podcasting. I'm Josh, and with me as always, Mr. Dustin and Mr. Rex.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hello is the new.
Oh, I forgot which one was me, so I just went with hello.
All right then.
Okay.
All right then.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So you've had an interesting week.
Yeah. Kind of.
Tell her about it.
Well, some lady hit me. Well, I hit her.
You totally hit some woman.
I hit some woman.
Poor innocent woman. You hit her with a giant truck.
She was so poor and innocent that she had a suspended driver's license.
Huh.
That'll teach you.
Yeah.
And what else?
And she got somebody else's car impounded.
What an idiot.
I love it.
It traumatized you though, huh?
It did.
So much so that you was like, I just want to lay in bed and cry. Is what you
I
said.
did text you that.
Curled up in a ball.
Yeah.
I pride myself on a clean record.
Well, I mean, you still have a clean record, correct?
I do.
Yeah, wasn't your fault.
But, you know. I just feel like there's just an asterisk beside it now.
Well, there is.
Yeah.
And they're like, watch out for this guy. So my question is, why didn't you brake? Like, you didn't even hit your brakes?
I was going 2 miles an hour.
But you were also in a 10,000 pound vehicle.
I'd say more than
It
that.
was like 70.
70,000?
70,000, yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot.
It's like 48 empty.
Wow.
So big.
That's a big
You're horrible with the weight. 10,000 pounds.
That's like 5 ton.
Ooh.
I mean, are you sure about this?
I know 100%.
I think it might be 4,800.
That's your car.
The same as like a Sequoia.
I beg to differ. I'm going to do some research on
Do it. I want you to Google it.
Nah, I
Whenever
don't
you get a
Google.
chance.
Google it hard.
Now that you mentioned and pointed out that you have no beard, you look weird.
I mean, I have one. It's just thin.
Right.
I just put it down
You feel naked?
a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, because it was getting a little unkempt, and I started to look like I lived on the street. So I was like, let me, my head looks ginormous with this unkempt beard. So I cut it down, and now I look like I have a gumdrop on my freaking shoulders.
Hey, everybody that's listening right now, I want you to go to TikTok and you can see what beard we're talking about because there's a video of that face on our TikTok and you can see.
I'm still handsome.
Yes, very.
You have weird lips. Haven't seen them in a while.
Weird lips. You have such weird lips.
I thought about shaving mine off, but Stacy said she'd kill me, so I can't.
We will not do the podcast with you if you shave that thing off. We'll take this back to the basement.
Right. With the Barbie dolls and yeah.
We'll do it on our phones if you shave that off.
Radio Shack equipment.
Right.
Hello, and today. You guys went from sounding good to sounding like crap. We regressed.
Yeah, it happens.
So the guy we're doing today, on the episode today, I'm pretty sure he looks exactly like a Batman villain.
Really?
Yeah. Like
the Joker? Or
yeah. He looks like somebody that would definitely play in one of the newer Batman films.
Interesting.
Which brings up the debate of who's the best Batman ever. I'm pretty sure we've had this discussion, and I still say
It's Christian Bale.
it's not.
What?
Yes.
There's only one Batman, dude, and it's Michael Keaton,
Exactly.
the OG, man.
That's not even the real question. Who was the best Joker?
See, and now everyone's going to say Heath Ledger. Ledger was a great Joker,
Yeah.
but it's hard for me not to see Joker as Jack Nicholson
Exactly.
because that's the original, and he favored more of the original Joker from the TV series.
Right.
Yeah.
But Heath Ledger was the best one.
Why so serious?
And Jared Leto, terrible Joker.
I won't even watch that one.
Jared Leto's a terrible everything to me.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I've never watched a Jared Leto movie and been like, that was good. Now, I'll probably get a lot of hate for that because they'll be like, oh my God, he's been in all these great movies. I've never watched a Jared Leto movie and been like, man, that dude's an amazing actor.
I've never seen a Jared Leto movie other than that Batman movie or that Joker movie. Or what was it? Yeah, the Joker. Right?
He's been in some weird flicks.
Yeah.
He's acted really weird on like some like award shows and stuff. Like where he comes up to like present or something. And he's like got his hair out real long and got these glasses on. He's like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what's wrong with this dude? Where's Will Smith when you need him? that thing, that whole Will Smith thing, I'm so tired of hearing about.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Just, I'm done with it. That is, like, what side are you on the Will Smith, Chris Rock slap?
Are you asking?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I'm on Chris Rock's side.
What about you?
Yeah, same.
And that's how I am. But there's a lot of people like, you can't be saying that stuff. She's like suffering from alopecia.
It wasn't even that bad.
It's the same thing. Like, she has a disease. It wouldn't be funny if you were making fun of somebody with cancer and they're like, or you can't compare alopecia to cancer. Like, alopecia has never killed anyone.
So
Never.
they're saying if somebody talks about your wife, you can just go up and bitch slap people now.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the greatest is some of these comedians that are just piling on Will Smith, saying, you know, like, this dude is more concerned about somebody saying something about her bald head than her coming out and publicly telling everybody that she was
She's
cheating
banging
on
other dudes. Yeah, exactly.
I seen he got banned for 10 years.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
The comedian Tom Segura, have you ever seen him? That dude has been ruthless about it. I mean, some of his clips where he came out afterwards, like he's doing stand up and he's talking about it. Rough.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
He opened his show like, look, I'm going to say some things that you guys might not agree with, but if you come up here, I will bite. He's like, I'm not saying I can fight, but I will bite your nose off. So I'll bite your tits off. He said, I'll bite your dick off and spit it in your mouth.
Dang, going the Mike Tyson route.
He's funny, man.
What was it? Chris Rock's brother
Yeah.
up there was like, if you come up here, I think you're going to catch us these hands.
Yeah. They said there's like 10 Rock brothers.
Yeah, I didn't know
They're
that.
like, hey, you mess with one of us, you gonna mess with all of us.
That's crazy.
But Rock, man, I couldn't believe he took it like that.
I mean,
I'm sure he was
Will
in
Smith's
shock.
a big dude.
Yeah, but still,
No,
When
not
you
as big
turn
as
your-
it used to be.
when somebody slaps you on national TV and turns around and walks away, and you got supposedly millions watching, and plus the audience.
Right.
Now, granted, there was probably 18 people watching at home.
Maybe 19.
Yeah, but hey, you got slapped like that on not national. They were playing it in Japan and and those worldwide telecast. I'm drop kicking you when you turn around to go off the stage. You're getting double dragon drop kick.
Are you going to hit him with the double punch?
Yeah. He may turn around and whip me, but I'm not going out like that.
Yeah.
I was just surprised that Chris Rock took it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But to each his own, I guess.
I say they do a celebrity boxing match.
Ooh, perfect.
Then everybody's like, yeah, it's fake. I was like, no man's going to take getting slapped by another man just for publicity. I couldn't do it.
Well, if some money was involved, I'm sure.
Well, the craziest
then you look
bastard.
at what happened with Will Smith. Like, they said they stopped production on 2 of his films
Mhm.
What?
and delayed production on it. And, like, his career's taking a hit from it.
Oh, poor little guy.
Well, the crazy bastard, Jim Carrey, he actually said something smart
I know.
when he said, I'd have sued him for $200 million.
Yeah.
Because that's forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I'm not a huge Jim Carrey guy.
I'm not either.
I used to be.
I did
Now
too.
he's a little crazy.
Yeah. He's a little on the, side.
Yeah. Cuckoo.
It rhymes with schlipperl.
Oh, jeez. Here comes another hate mail.
goodness.
Comes another hate mail. So we might as well jump right into evil facts.
Evil facts.
Mac Ray Edwards was a serial killer who worked for Caltrans. He'd kill his victims and then bury the bodies in places he would later help build the highways over. Not all his victims have been found, and many are very likely still under some of the California highways that have been driven over countless times.
Oh, wow.
So just imagine there's still people buried under California highways someplace.
What do you think about that, Dustin?
That's wild. There might be somebody buried under this house we're in right now.
Could be.
Never know.
Could very well be.
Might be a dinosaur.
I'm so scared.
It could be like the poltergeist, like they built your house on
Right, on
a native ground.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be cool.
That's a creepy movie.
Oh, I know. I love it.
Poltergeist?
Yep, it's a classic. It's a classic.
What was that little girl's name?
Oh, man. Of course, I'm drawing a
Carrie
blank.
Ann or
Wait, say it. What did you say it was?
was it like Carrie Ann or Mary Ann or
I think it is. Is it Carrie Ann? Dustin don't know.
no? What about the creepy little lady that was in it too?
Oh, yeah.
Creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had the old guy on the bike, like the old guy with the hat. Like,
Yep.
God is in his holy temple. Creepy, man. Creepy. Glad you brought that up. Now I can't sleep tonight.
You're welcome.
The vampire of Sacramento, Richard Chase, believed he could absorb vitamin C through his brain by placing oranges on his head.
That makes sense.
If you remember, this is the same guy who injected rabbit blood into his veins as well.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the guy we covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he thought he could absorb vitamin C by
Wow.
slapping some oranges on his dome. That's some Dustin stuff.
Yeah, it is.
See Dustin come in and Dustin's got oranges on his head. What are you doing? Getting my vitamin C for the day.
Dustin, you know, he could have a guy sitting on his face. We're like, what are you doing? Oh, just getting some vitamin D.
The Night Stalker Richard Ramirez has one of the largest ranges in age in victims. His victims ranged from 9 to 83 years old.
Wow.
He didn't give a shit.
Yeah, that's when you just don't care who you kill.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's killing's killing when
Right.
when you have a 9 to 83 gap. That is your evil facts for the day.
Mm.
Short and sweet.
Good stuff.
Short and sweet like Dustin's meat.
I hate you.
So we're going to dive into the old Batman villain looking fella today.
Awesome.
Mr. Wayne Adam Ford. Crazy name too.
Yeah.
Wayne Ford.
It's almost like a celebrity name.
Yeah. Well, we're going to make him a celebrity.
Let's do it.
So buckle up, Evil Mob, as we discuss Wayne Adam Ford. Wayne Adam Ford was born on December 3rd, 1961 in Petaluma, California. He was the second son of American father Calvin Eugene Ford and German mother Karen Bridget Danziger. It is believed that Wayne was a result of his father raping his mother one night. So that's something to live up to.
Yeah.
You look Were confused. They married?
Just because you're married,
no, I'm just asking.
Can still rape somebody.
No, I didn't say that. I'm saying, were they married?
Yeah.
Okay.
So no, but your comment now makes it look like you're like.
That's not what I meant. You didn't say that they were married, so I had to find out for myself.
I see.
When Ford was 2 years old, he had an accident where he fell off of a step and hit his head.
Ooh.
2 years old. Brain injury.
Yeah.
His parents divorced when Wayne Ford was just 10 years old, and his father remarried. His father remarrying did not make Wayne Ford very happy, which led to some tension between him and his father. In November of 1980, an 18-year-old Wayne Ford was hit by a drunk driver. The accident left Ford with another head injury, which would end up causing some serious problems for him.
That's not good.
No.
The brain injury caused Ford's behavior to change, giving him murderous and violent impulses. That's crazy that a brain injury can make you a violent person.
I know.
This would lead to him being institutionalized several times. Ford would eventually be diagnosed with a severe case of borderline personality disorder. The problems in Ford's life would continue to get worse. Several brushes with the law would cause Wayne Ford to get arrested for beating prostitutes, animal cruelty, and having oral sex with a 15-year-old for which he was charged with attempted rape.
Wow.
So the brain trauma has caused him to go completely off the rails.
Sounds like it.
I think it's safe to say at this point that Wayne Ford is a menace to society. And I mean, that's regardless of whether the head injuries have caused his behavior or not.
Right.
I mean, you can have an excuse for being a violent, crazy person, but...
And let me guess, he got no time.
Either way, it's still, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Did he get no time?
Not much, because he had enough to, but keep in mind, he was also young at the time. Granted, you're 18, but I don't know. He'd end up dropping out of high school and enlisting in the U.S. Marine Corps. He would serve for 6 years in the Marines. During this time, his behavior didn't change either. This led to him receiving many infractions and write-ups. He would be honorably discharged from the Marines in 1985. Apparently, they're like, that's enough. You gotta go. But he did get an honorable discharge. Apparently, the Marines are like, we don't care what you did in your past. You can be one of the few and the proud.
Yeah, sounds like it.
After his time in the service, Wayne Ford briefly married, but as you can expect, that ended in divorce. Ford started working as a delivery truck driver for Sears and Ward's. He didn't stay on long before quitting because he believed the work was beneath him. I mean...
It's beneath me.
This delivery truck stuff is beneath me.
I miss the days of Sears. Aren't they all closed now?
Think so.
I don't know if any Sears still open.
Yeah, I think they're done.
Well, what's up with my lifetime warranty on my Craftsman tools?
Who sells Craftsman now?
Somebody does.
Lowe's?
The Craftsman truck that rolls around?
No, it's it is Lowe's.
Yeah.
Yep, it's Lowe's.
After his stint as a delivery truck driver, he started working as a tow truck driver.
Wow.
That's a sketchy job.
Now, I can't be the only one who thinks delivery truck driver is beneath you, but being a tow truck driver isn't.
Right.
Because isn't a tow truck driver just a guy who delivers cars places? So in a sense, you're still a delivery driver of sorts.
Yeah.
To each his own, I guess. I mean, I don't know. In 1994, Wayne Ford would marry for a second time to a woman named Elizabeth. The following year, in 1995, Wayne and Elizabeth welcomed a son named Max. But this marriage, just like the first, came with problems. Wayne was described as distant from his wife and son by Elizabeth. but Wayne claimed it was actually Elizabeth that was keeping his son Max from him. The marriage eventually collapsed and the couple divorced in 1996. Elizabeth was granted custody of Max, which is probably a damn good thing. Back on his own again, Ford would begin to spiral out of control. A strong resentment of his ex-wife would cause Wayne Ford to, quote, act out, so to speak. He was still working as a truck driver, and being out on the road often, he would frequently partake in the solicitation of prostitution.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he's back to being an actual truck driver after being a tow truck driver. So he's like back to being a delivery driver. He's driving the old 18-wheeler now.
Wow.
Hey, do you guys remember real quick? Do you remember back on Cops, the show?
Yep.
Remember when they used to do the prostitution bus?
Oh, yeah.
Like back in the 90s?
Yep.
And like you'd see like all the prostitutes and they'd be like all like, you know, methed out looking. And then you got like the one pretty prostitute and like they all went to her.
And she was the cop?
Yeah, she was the cop.
Yeah.
Like, so what you charge? Like, that's just funny.
Meet me in the hotel room. They're like, all right. They run in, it's like a room full of cops. Like, it's like watching Chris Hansen do his To Catch a Predator.
Oh, yeah.
Those guys show up with like beer and condoms.
And they never look at it, like their faces are always covered and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
The fake kids.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, I got to go get something. I'll be right back.
Yeah. And they're like, what are you doing in there? I'm just changing into something comfortable. They're like, all right. Sits down at the table, puts his beer and rubbers on the table. Out walks Chris Hansen like,
oh, yeah.
Hello there. And he's like, hey. What are you doing here? Oh, it's just checking on her.
Yeah, right.
She said she was here alone. I was just checking on her.
Just came here to play Monopoly.
It's like the worst excuses ever.
Oh, yeah, always.
Only a couple times have they ever like busted themselves like, I have a problem.
Right, yeah.
And then he's like, well, you're free to go. And they're always like, you know what's coming.
Yeah.
Those dudes, I would be like, I'm not leaving. Just stay right here. So that was a weird tangent.
Yeah, it was.
So when Wayne Ford would pick up a prostitute, he would introduce himself as Adam, which doesn't sound too odd considering that is his middle name. But, you know, perhaps it's possible that he was introducing himself as Adam because he thought he was living an alternate life free from his own reality.
Maybe.
Either way, things were going to get worse. On October 17th, 1997, Ford picked up a young woman on the side of the road. He raped, murdered, and dismembered her body before dumping her remains. Days later, the victim's torso was found by a duck hunter in Eureka, California. This was Wayne Ford's first victim, known as the Torso Girl. A few months later, he picked up another prostitute named Tina Gibbs in Las Vegas, who he strangled to death. Tina Gibbs' body was found a month later. His next victim, Lynette White, was picked up as she was going to a grocery store near an Ontario truck stop. White's body was found in an irrigation canal a few days later. On October 22nd, around 1 a.m, Wayne Ford pulled up in his 18-wheeler in Victorville, California, and picked up Patricia Temez. Temez was a prostitute who had long battled drug addiction. She was found dead in an aqueduct about 8 miles south of Victorville. One of her breasts had been removed.
Oh, wow.
During an autopsy of Patricia Temez, it was discovered that her back had been broken before she was deceased, paralyzing her and making it impossible for her to escape her attacker.
Wow.
Damn.
That's violent.
Yeah.
That is a very violent attack for you to basically paralyze someone. Wayne Adam Ford was now out of control, and even he himself knew it. So much so that he began to feel an extreme amount of guilt. Although Wayne Ford was a grown man by now, he still kept in contact with his mother. he would frequently call her and talk to her on the phone. During this time, Bridget noticed that Wayne had begun to sound depressed and suicidal. She did her best to keep him from taking his own life by telling him that whatever was bothering him, it could be worked on and suicide was not the answer. But the guilt finally got the best of Wayne Ford. On November 3rd, 1998, Ford told his brother Calvin that he had, quote, hurt people real bad. So he is feeling some sort of way about what he's done.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you get sentimental votes for that or not, but considering what you've done.
Yeah.
The following day, on November 4th, 1998, Wayne walked into a Humboldt County Sheriff's office with his brother Calvin at his side. Ford turned himself in at his brother's suggestion.
I didn't expect that.
As Wayne Ford was telling the officer behind the desk that he had killed women, he pulled something out of his pocket wrapped in plastic. It was the severed breast of Patricia Tammis.
What?
Ew, why do you still have it?
Why?
But nothing admits your guilt.
Got
Like
this
having-
titty right here.
Yeah, of having a severed tit in your pocket.
That's crazy.
It's weird you're talking about this because yesterday I was listening to a podcast and it was about the Chicago Ripper crew.
Uh-huh.
And that's what their thing was. They would cut off the breasts of women.
Wow.
It was weird.
That is
Yeah, it
weird.
is.
They were like it was like during the Satanic Panic stuff back in the
Yeah.
70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were weird.
So Wayne pulls out a titty and puts it on the table, and they have no choice but to book him for murder, you know.
Yeah.
Wayne told the officer that he had killed the women out of hate for his ex-wife and not because he had a desire to hurt the victims. He explained that he decided to turn himself in because he thought he was about to kill his ex-wife and didn't want to leave his son Max an orphan.
Huh.
Dang.
So she dodged a gigantic bullet,
Yeah.
like a cannonball, is what she
No
dodged
doubt.
there. Wayne Adam Ford was found guilty of 4 counts of first-degree murder on June 27th, 2006. He was subsequently sentenced to death in August of 2006. Ford claimed that he was so drunk during the murders that he wouldn't be surprised if he had engaged in necrophilia with the victims, but could not say for sure whether he did or not.
What?
Ew.
In a search of his home, investigators found body parts from his victims in his freezer. The body parts showed signs that he had tried to cook them, though it didn't appear he cannibalized any of them.
Ew.
So he could have brought in any type of body part into
Yeah.
the sheriff's office to basically confess.
Uh-huh.
He just happened to chose the breast of Patricia Tammis.
Crazy.
Wayne Adam Ford currently sits on death row at the San Quentin State Penitentiary in California.
And he'll never get executed.
He is currently 60 years old.
He'll die on death row.
Oh, of course.
He's been on there since August of 2006. And
I don't-
still haven't.
They haven't executed
been
him in
around
a long
to-
time.
It's California.
I know, it's Gavin.
It's our boy Gavin.
Gavin DeGraw. That's that turd.
Not at all, DeGraw. Mr. Newsom.
Yep.
Refer to him as Mr. Newsom.
No, he doesn't deserve a mister.
No.
He's just Gav.
It's old Gav.
Just old Gav.
Old Gav's letting these killers skate.
Yep.
We will not kill people back. Then he's going to go have him a dinner without his mask on. It's crazy.
Well, you know, if you're Pelosi, you can have COVID and start kissing people. So
The old COVID kisser.
they're just psycho.
COVID kisser.
So that is the story of Wayne Ford.
Good stuff.
And I'm telling you, we'll put the picture up of this guy. He definitely looks like a Batman villain.
Can't wait.
We'll put it up on TikTok.
Ooh.
So if you want to see him, you have to go to TikTok.
Just like last week's TikTok, Dustin.
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah,
You
sure.
liar.
That was supposed to have been Dustin's week. to do
Yeah,
TikToks.
exactly.
I was on vacation.
Excuses.
Oh, you're always on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
He never brings us back souvenirs either.
No, nothing.
Like a
I got you.
toothpick holder.
I got another one coming up in 5 months, and I will definitely bring you guys something.
Where are you going?
Going to Disney.
What? I would cancel that.
I'm not.
Dude, you need to cancel
I
that.
have kids.
That's exactly why you need to cancel it. I'm about to cancel my Disney subscription, you know?
Are you?
Yeah. Freaking crazy.
Old Disney. Going to Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My youngest has never been, so.
I've never been. You want to take me?
You want to go?
Sure.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Actually, I'd rather go to, where's the Harry Potter one at? It's not Disney. It's Universal. Yeah. Can you take me there instead?
I mean, I could drop you off.
Cool.
Good deal.
But then who's going to buy me funnel cakes?
I think the one that would fit you the best would be
Dollywood?
no, going to Epcot and doing the beer tour. You can drink beer from all around the world,
Ooh.
and that's all you do is just walk from like place to place.
That's a great idea to have like a beer drinking thing at a children's amusement
Not
park.
children. But yeah,
That's like having beer at Chuck E. Cheese. Like,
they have that.
might as well have beer at Chuck E. Cheese. You got to take your little snot-nosed brats in here. You might as well get hammered.
That's right.
Then load them up in the car and play roulette on the way home. I don't know. That is our story for the day. So what you got for me, Rex?
All right, go to our Facebook page. Give us a like. Any comments, questions, or ideas, you can email us at eviltransgression@gmail.com.
Go to eviltransgression.com. Check out our links. Also, go to our TikTok. Share with your friends.
Mm-hmm. Share it all.
And go, leave us some reviews.
Yep.
Because without reviews, we're nothing.
And without nothing, we are
Nothing.
nothing.
So yeah, leave us some reviews. Check it out.
So a notice to anyone that listens to our episodes on YouTube. I have noticed that YouTube does not upload every single one of our shows. So you might be missing out on some episodes. You might need to go to any of the podcasting platforms that are available to catch up on our shows. Or you can just go to eviltransgression.com and all the episodes are right there in front of your face.
They are.
I wonder if we should look into adding to Rumble. Have you thought about that?
I'll look into it.
Yeah, we should.
Never heard of it, but I'll look into it.
Really? Have you heard of Rumble? Yeah, it's kind of like YouTube. So, check it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Looks like we got some homework.
That's right. Mr. PR
But yeah,
guy.
definitely if you are a YouTube subscriber, check out, make sure you're not missing any episodes. Because you might be missing the one that you really love.
That's right.
So until next time, Evil Mob,
See ya.
See ya.
peace.